Alright, Dan again. In this video we're going to talk about which model smoke eater that we carry is the best one for you. And ideally we like to look at it based on your ceiling height and the ceiling type. Now there's two main types of smoke eaters that we sell, two styles I'll call it. They're all filter based. They all use that pre-filter carbon and HEPA filter that I described in the technology video. As far as the style of machine, we have a box style machine, which is essentially a box, like I've said. Alright, and they suspend from the ceiling on eye bolts. So there's the eye hooks on the top of the machine, and we provide the industrial hanging cable, and you hang it down from the ceiling. This is great in cases where you've got a solid ceiling or an open beam, exposed beam ceiling, and you really don't have any other choice but to suspend the machine from the ceiling. Some of the positives here are that you get great airflow. It's a straight through and out. The other style of machine is the flush mount, where let's say you've got a drop ceiling and you've got enough clearance above that drop ceiling to mount the machine. So here's your flush mounted machine, and you've got an intake grill here and an exhaust grill there. From an aesthetic standpoint, it looks great because all you're really seeing is the intake and the exhaust grill, and you don't see this big box hanging from the ceiling. Now, of course, this only works if you've got a drop ceiling, meaning one of those suspended ceilings with the acoustical tiles in it, and you need at least 13 inches of clearance for our smaller style or our smaller sized flush mount, or 18 inches of clearance for our larger, most powerful flush mount unit. So it really becomes a simple matter of what kind of ceiling do you have? Do you have a drop ceiling? And if yes, do you have enough clearance? Or if you've got a solid ceiling or an exposed beam ceiling, you're kind of going to have to go with the box style unit. Now when it comes to the sizing, ideally what you want to do is get the most powerful unit you can that's acceptable based on your ceiling type or ceiling height. So for example, our box style machine, we've got a big unit that blows 2000 CFM and actually 1500 through it, even with the filters installed. But it's 2 foot by 2 foot by 3 foot. It's a big box machine. You can't put that machine in if you've got an 8 foot high ceiling. Otherwise, you're going to have people walking into it and banging their heads on it because it drops down to the 6 foot level after you hang it. So ideally, you want to get the biggest machine you can get based on the ceiling height. And again, you know, an 8 foot high ceiling, you're probably only going to be able to go with our SRS 1000. Why? Because it's 13 inches tall from the top to the bottom. And the higher the ceiling, the bigger machine you can get. When it comes to the flush mount, we've got two different models. We've got a SRS 1200, which is ideal for as low as 7.5 foot high ceilings. Our SRS 2000 flush mount actually is too powerful for 8 foot high ceilings. It just blows too much air. The noise level would be too strong. So with the SRS 2000, you want at least a 10 foot high ceiling. So again, this video was really here to just describe for you, you've got a box style, you've got a flush mount, your ceiling type is going to determine which one of those, and then we work backwards to see, based on your ceiling height, what's the most powerful machine we can go with in your particular scenario. So that's all it is about the makes and models, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.